Hello guys, and welcome to another video. And last year, Limited Run Games opened a retail store in Cary, North Carolina, and if you haven't heard of them before, Limited Run Games makes physical versions of games that are usually digital, like some games from indie developers, or there's some games from larger developers as well, and then some classic games as well. They basically go out and make physical versions of the games for a limited time, and I think it's pretty cool that they actually do make physical versions and collector's editions of certain games, because it's nice to have a physical version of a certain game. I mean, yeah, it is kind of hard to get a hold of some games when they're only available for a limited time, but generally, I think the prices that they're selling the games is pretty reasonable, and I feel like they usually put a lot of care into their products from what I've seen. So I actually haven't bought anything from Limited Run Games yet, but I've been interested over the past few years, because I know they've been doing certain games for Switch and everything, and also basically reproductions or new versions of like older NES and SNES games. They basically produce like new cartridges for those older systems. So I always thought it was cool, and I actually was able to go to the retail store in North Carolina, and I was actually able to buy a game there, and I also bought a retro game as well. So I'm going to show some of the footage in this video. In this store, there's a lot of different things, including like the various games that they sell, and I think some of the ones that went out of stock online, I believe. But there's a large selection of the games that they published there, and it's really cool to go around and see games that you normally wouldn't see in stores. And there's also a really nice selection of retro games as well, and I was able to get a couple things here, and I'm going to show that in this video. Okay, so at the Limited Run Games retail store, I got a copy of Bug Fables. I really like Bug Fables. I've played through a lot of the digital version of the game a couple years ago. I still need to beat it, and yeah, I really wanted a physical copy of this. I didn't buy it back when it was available online. I kind of regretted that, so I'm glad that I actually got a physical version of it, and I'm probably gonna play through it more and finish it soon. But yeah, it's really cool. It's great that this has a physical copy, and Bug Fables is a great game. I definitely recommend it. It's similar to Paper Mario, takes many elements from 64 and Thousand Year Door, and some of the Mario and Luigi series, and it's also its own thing as well, because the characters are really enjoyable. It adds a lot of new mechanics to the game as well that make it feel unique and really enjoyable, but it does take a lot of inspiration from Paper Mario. So yeah, overall, it's really cool. And it's cool that it even comes with a manual as well, which is great, because Switch games normally don't come, well, most of the major published games don't come with manuals. So I think it's cool that there's like a little booklet here. But yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. It's definitely very high quality, even more so than a lot of major titles on the Switch. So it's really cool how these games are handled with Limited Run. I think it's pretty cool overall. And once again, I definitely recommend Bug Fables. And the other thing I got is actually a retro game, Kirby Block Ball on the original Game Boy. I heard about this game, and I heard that it was pretty underrated, so I decided to get it. I think it's kind of inspired by Breakout, and I think it's kind of like, basically you balance across like the walls, and you can do different things like that. That's basically what I've heard from Kirby Block Ball. I know there's a lot of Kirby spin-offs on the original Game Boy, and the interesting thing about this is that it's actually the Japanese version, and it's actually complete in box, so that's pretty cool. This is probably, I think this is the oldest game that I have complete in box, so that's pretty cool overall. And it's like with Japanese games, for something like this, like Kirby, there really isn't a lot of dialogue involved with it, so I think it's definitely very playable if you only know English. So let's open this up and take a look at it. So yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, I haven't played this game before, but I've heard a lot about it, and I know that they had music from Kirby Block Ball in Kirby's Dream Buffet, so I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, really good condition here, and it's really cool that it's complete in box and everything. It comes with the manual as well. So yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you check out Limited Run Games, or if you're in North Carolina, you check out the retail store because that's really cool overall. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server if you want to. Goodbye.